viewers, you've joined me at a very bad time. The hair is up, that's how you know things are getting real. Oh my god, I'm doing this essay and I think my soul has left my body at least 4 times. I haven't even started writing yet. I've just throughout the research process, it's been traumatic. I think I'm slowly realising that academia is not for me. I need to be done with university. So now, I do have clothes on, just that's an unfortunate angle. I am basically writing up my essay plan, and like the way I do that is I pretty much will just sit here and think by staring into space for a good like 20 minutes and try and remember what I've researched, and then when that doesn't work I go through all of my notes in my research document, which looks something a bit like this. I'll put it on screen, where I basically just have like the reference, the page number, and then basically a direct copy and pasted quote from the source that I read that was relevant, and then I read back through all of that, so all the relevant research, and try and come up with some form of argument. So that's what I'm trying to do now, and it's not going very well because I don't know, do you ever just sit there and like try and think and you just can't? Like that's where I'm at. Like I just don't really know what I'm trying to argue. The question, I have just remembered, I haven't even told you the questions. The question, I'll also put it on screen, but it's: the use of qualities to dictate healthcare priorities unjustly discriminates against disabled people. Do you agree with this statement? Explain and defend your answer. I think what I want to argue is like, they do discriminate against disabled people, but when you look at it through a utilitarian lens of justice, then it's not unjust, it's quite justified, that level of discrimination is. You wouldn't want to have to decide who gets what resources, but like you don't have infinite resources, so you have to choose who gets it. Typically, giving someone who's disabled treatment costs more than someone who doesn't. That's why it then discriminates against disabled people. So if you had 10 grand to spend and you could give it to one person, or you could give it to 4, you'd give it to 4. So that's kind of like essentially the bare bones of the essay. I also realise every time I keep looking in the viewfinder that I look really rough, and it's only 8:30 in the evening, I might add, but like I put this off all day, literally all day, and it's Friday now and it's due on Monday. So I'm just trying to like skim through all my research now, come up with a plan. So this is my essay plan and sort of how I lay it out in my notes. So the subheadings are the paragraphs, and then the bullet points are the points I want to put into the paragraph, and I like to tick them off as I go. And I also write down sometimes how many words I've put in each paragraph, so I know how to keep on track of word count. And then once I've got that sorted and a rough plan of what I actually want to write and how I want to structure everything, then I went back into my notes with all my research, making a separate document, copying and pasting the relevant research under the now subheadings that I have for my essay plan. Once I've done all that, then I can write it. So just on a workout, abs, if you were wondering, night training app, still loving it, still gonna rave about it. That's not the point. Anyway, so I forgot to tell you that I actually started writing my essay. I don't know how I forgot to tell you that, but I did. So we've done the introduction and we've done my first paragraph. So we're at about 700 words. Madness. So really, I'm actually feel like I'm making good headway with it, but I'm going to check in with you like when I've done certain points and let you know how I'm going. But right now I'm going for a shower. So I've had my shower and I'm trying to write up my cost effectiveness paragraph. So basically this is like the big bulk. I say paragraph, it's literally like going to probably be 1,000 words. This is the bulk of my essay, and it encompasses a few arguments in the cost effectiveness like section. So this section really is about saying like qualities do discriminate against disabled people. It's mainly so the government, people that set these standards, can save money in the NHS because it's more expensive to treat someone who's disabled typically than it is someone who's not. And then also, like, which is really interesting to research actually for this essay that I hadn't really done, but I really need to do for my dissertation, so it was like really good preliminary research that I had to do for this essay, is looking at the different types or categorizations of disability. So looking at like perception of disability versus lived experience, description of disability again versus lived experience, social conceptions of disability, and then actual like medical conceptions of disability, and how they can differ. Because when I was reading a really interesting article for this, it was basically explaining the differences between if me as an able-bodied person explained a disability, typically you would give it a lower value on the quality system because you assume that if you were to have that disability, it would be bad. People who have those disabilities don't rate it as low as the people who don't. So arguing, obviously, lived experience actually proves that the disability shouldn't be rated as low as they are. But when you look at the quality system is like produced by able-bodied people looking at a description of disability rather than actual lived experience of disability. So anyway, a really interesting argument that basically forwards that you need to listen to disabled people more and what it's actually like to be disabled, because then in turn, if that happened, it would help the disabled community in terms of getting actual healthcare resources. Very interesting sub-narrative of this essay. Anyway, I'm trying to articulate all of that into 1,000 words. And then I want to talk about double jeopardy, which basically is John Harris's powerhouse argument. I love John Harris as well. If anybody does bioethics, medical ethics, you'll know John Harris, and I just love him. The way he writes is so witty but so informative. He's honestly like my man crush in the academia world. Oh, sirens about. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, so I've just hit 2,200 words, which means 600-700 more, and then conclusion. And conclusion I never count because it's so redundant, like you can do that in 10 minutes. So realistically, I'm almost done. That's what I'm telling myself. So I'm gonna have a break, and famous last words. I'm gonna have a break and have an Indian takeaway, sitting in bed. Like, I'm just at that point, to be honest, where I just want to sit, and I'm gonna almost drop my phone then into my food. I'm just at that point now where I just want to sit in bed and stuff my face watching some absolute trash television on Netflix, and then in about an hour's time we're going to reconvene and do my final few paragraphs, final like 700-800 words on utilitarianism, which I've been writing about since my second year of uni. Like, honestly, it's like a broken record at this point. But yeah, I'm feeling actually really confident. Like, it makes me laugh because this just reminds me of every single essay I've ever written, and I do it like the day before. And when I was in my first and second year of university, I'd be like sweating, feeling like I'm going to throw up, like being like, oh my god, it's due tomorrow, what am I going to do? To be fair to myself, normally if the deadline's tomorrow and this was in like my first second year, I probably wouldn't have started writing it yet, so there's probably valid reason for why I was like stressed. But I feel real zen. I'm like, it's like 9:30 at night, dot around till 10:30, maybe 11, who knows, and then crack on with the rest of the essay. I'll be done by midnight. Honestly, I'm laughing at this point. I think that's going to be the earliest I've gone to bed in like a month. Who knew it would be the day before a deadline? Who knew? Chicken madras curry, plain naan. Then watching that dilemma. God, my laptop screen's dirty. Because I just love Vince Vaughn. I love him. He's brilliant. True to form, it's 11 o'clock. Cracking on now. So I'm just writing the section up about double jeopardy, which is like saying that you're disadvantaged once when you're disabled by having this disability, and then the healthcare system disadvantages you, which is like the second level of disadvantage, so you get hit twice, and how that's unfair. I've also got the Bops playlist on. Literally, I just listened to Wilson Phillips' Hold On, and now This Is How We Did It, Montage Jordan. Classics. I don't think I can actually write essays unless I have ultimate blummin' pop from like 70s, 80s, 90s on, maybe early 2000s as well. But that's like the best type of music to listen to for me when I'm doing essays, especially late at night. I'm on my final section. I'm also on a snack break actually. 500 words to go. Listening to Lily Allen, 300 words left. Okay, so I'm on my conclusion. 200 words left, if that, because I've got it written out. I'm just trying to make it more succinct and flow. But I am starting to reach the point now where I have nothing left up here. I'm actually shattered. It's like 3 in the morning. I want food, 10 hours sleep, a lot of things, facial, nice bath. Worst part of all essays, as you all know, is you finish the conclusion, you think you're done, and then you remember you've got to proofread, run it through Grammarly, like do all your footnotes, bibliography, and then I've got to go back through and see all the little bits where I was like find reference, or like all the little things I left for myself, which I hate. That's going to so annoy me later, I can't wait. And then you're done. It's going to be a long night. Here's me being like, oh my god, I'm going to have such an early night. No. But it's fine. We're finishing with like 12 hours to go for the deadline, so that's a first. That is a first. Normally it'd be about 12 minutes. It's weird though, because normally I'd have that immense rush of adrenaline, and at the moment I'm just like, that's how I feel. So I don't know which I prefer. They're both about the same level of miserable, so I'll catch you on the flip side. Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you, since I last filmed that last clip, it's been a whirlwind, it's been a blur. I did finish my essay and I submitted it. It's the evening now of the Monday. I basically just submitted it and then I thought, oh man, I gotta get this YouTube video out. So I basically got ready, makeup, hair, filmed this whole YouTube video, edited it, set it to upload, and then I thought I'm gonna have a little 5 minutes, just 5-minute lie down. It's 6 p.m. so I had a bit of a nap, but I'm happy that I did the essay. Like, you have no idea. Although it was weird though, because when I went to go and submit it, there was like 4 submission points, so I just submitted it 4 times because I was like, I'm not taking a chance with Kings. I just, honestly, I was kind of happy with it in the end. I don't think it's my best work because, but then I said about all of them because you just never quite know. But at the same time, done what I've done. It is what it is. It's the last essay I'm ever gonna have to do, bar the dissertation, but actual essay, last one. I'm cleansed. Although I wish I could be happy about it, but I literally have to do the dissertation like now. So I don't really have the break to like let it hit me and sink in. Whatever, it's done. 120 credits out of 180 are done. That's good. Do you know, I never get why it's so high on Turnitin, like the similarity rate, but who cares really at this point? And here is the finished masterpiece, if you will. Voila. I'm not gonna lie, that was a journey sharing that with you. Right now, I'm gonna go and have a pizza from the freezer. We're living the high quality life. It's gonna be barbecue meat feast, if you're wondering. And I am gonna go back to bed because I am at the battalion tomorrow and I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've had like a couple hours sleep in the last 2 days. So yeah, I need to just take all my makeup off, have a shower and like knock out. So yeah, thanks for joining me in this video. I will see you guys in the next one. I will see you guys next time. Bye.